Stock futures surge as Senate nears agreement to end government shutdown. Live updates. The financial markets are abuzz with anticipation as the U.S. Senate edges closer to a deal that could bring an end to the historic government shutdown. This prolonged crisis, now in its 39th day, has been a source of uncertainty for investors and the public alike. Stock futures are showing a positive trend, with S&P 500 futures up 0.4% and Nasdaq 100 futures trading 0.6% higher. Futures tied to the Dow Jones Industrial Average are rising 123 points, or 0.3%. This positive sentiment comes as lawmakers work towards a funding bill that could potentially end the shutdown and restore federal services. The deal, currently under discussion, would reopen the government until January and reverse some of the recent mass federal layoffs. According to sources familiar with the negotiations, enough Democratic senators have agreed to vote for the deal, meeting the 60-vote minimum threshold. The Senate may vote on the deal as early as Sunday evening, and if passed, it would need to be approved by the House of Representatives and signed into law before the shutdown could officially end. One of the key aspects of the potential agreement is the protection of government workers from job cuts. However, it does not include an extension of ACA credits, a significant concern for many Democrats. Instead, it calls for a vote on the subsidies in December, addressing a critical issue for the Democratic Party. The prolonged shutdown has had a significant impact on consumer sentiment, driving it to its lowest level in over 3 years. According to a University of Michigan survey, federal agencies have been unable to release crucial economic reports, including the Consumer Price Index and Producer Price Index, which are essential for economic analysis. The stock market has been under pressure due to the shutdown, with the Nasdaq Composite experiencing its worst week since the tariff-driven sell-off in April, losing 3%. The S&P 500 and Dow Jones Industrial Average also suffered, with losses of 1.6% and 1.2%, respectively. This week, investors will closely monitor earnings reports, including Walt Disney's quarterly results on Thursday. Despite the current market challenges, Wedbush analyst Dan Ives notes a risk-off rally in tech AI stalwart names, such as Microsoft, Palantir, and NVIDIA. This shift in market dynamics adds another layer of complexity to the investment landscape. In other news, Pfizer has made a significant move in the pharmaceutical industry by acquiring obesity drug developer Metsera for $10 billion. This deal, which follows a bidding war with Novo Nordisk, highlights the competitive landscape in the healthcare sector. Meanwhile, Senate Democrats are reportedly signaling their openness to a deal that could end the government shutdown. According to Bloomberg News, a group of Democrats is getting closer to cutting a deal with Senate Republicans on a funding package. The lawmakers are said to be more open to voting on a spending package, provided certain budget details are finalized, including provisions to protect federal workers from job cuts. As the U.S. government shutdown enters its 7th week, the pressure is on to reach a resolution. The prolonged crisis has raised concerns about the impact on the economy and public services, making the upcoming negotiations all the more crucial.